What's up, guys? It's Eric and Marcus from Rare Candy, and we're back with another episode of Testing Rounds where we take a look at some new deck ideas that a new set gives us, and we kind of build some kind of quick, unrefined, rough decks around these ideas, just so we can test out and see what new ideas are worth testing further. So on the left, I am playing the very hyped up Zygarde EX, and then on the right, Marcus is playing kind of like a metal toolbox that features the new Genesect EX.
Bronzong boys.
Yeah. Yeah. Even playing the Bronzong rake in there too.
Yeah.
It's not as horrible as I first thought it was.
Right.
But yeah, so I think a lot of people have been wanting to see Zygarde. Honestly, I think our Zygarde list is pretty decent to start with. The metal deck, on the other hand, you can probably tweak a good bit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, you'll see that whenever we upload the deck profiles. I'll be sure to put a link somewhere for you guys to check those out as well. But here, let's see, okay. So I started multiple Zygardes, I believe. And I think a Carbink. And I didn't see what you had. Okay, just Bronzor, that's fine.
Yeah.
So here we have another Zygarde. Looks like a Karina, Ether, Trainer's Mail, all sorts of good stuff. Okay, then Karina maybe get out a Carbink. That would seem good.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have a supporter for next turn, so maybe an Ultra Ball to grab Shaman?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, either that or Versus Seeker. Oh, I think I remember. I think this was the game that I prized all of my Ultra Balls. So I was like, well, what do you get here? So, yeah, and Trainer's Mail seems okay because, I mean, I could just grab a Versus Seeker for Karina, but I feel like that really doesn't get me anything to advance my board. I mean,
Right.
what am I going to do, get another Zygarde? Like, so we whiffed the Max Elixir as well. So not the greatest first turn.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one.
Okay.
Nope.
You can see I'm just like, what is this? So depending what I hit off this Trainer's Mail next turn, because I think I opted to save it. Yeah. That could really give Marcus a little bit of a lead and some time to set up.
Mm-hmm.
So Compressor, that's always kind of good. You always kind of want to see that on your first turn if you're
Yeah.
playing the Bronzong boys.
Yeah, throw some metal in there. A couple supporters.
Yeah. I feel like Fan Club isn't a supporter that we see a whole lot, but
Yeah.
I always kind of like it in Bronzong decks for some reason. It always just seems to work out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need to evolve your stuff, so you usually want that out kind of quick. So, yeah, it seems like a good supporter to have in here. Looks like I wanted the player, so.
Seems good.
Yeah.
And it's definitely important to get at least 2 Bronzor in the field against this, because Zygarde, like, for just one attachment can knock out a Bronzor, so
Right.
you definitely need to have another one ready to go. So here we get the Stadium. Probably grab a Shaman if I had to guess.
Yeah, there we go.
So in this deck, like in this list, you play a bunch of different attackers. We have Lugia in there, Genesect, Bronzong Break, Zoroark, Aegislash. Who do you think's like kind of like the preferred one to go with against this matchup?
It's tough because like Aegislash is good if you're putting on strong energy, but you run Hex too. Genesect is good because it can one-shot stuff if it's got a muscle band on for 4 metal, or even like a fighting Fury Belt. I think with 4 metal.
Yeah.
So Genesect is good too. I'd say probably one of those two.
Yeah.
Because I mean Zoroark is good, but you're not gonna like load up your own bench with that deck. I don't think. So Zoroark really doesn't swing for that much. Lugia is really good too. I like Lugia
yeah.
a lot because it two-shots you.
Oh, you can see there. I'm just like,
There's
come
another.
on.
Yeah.
3 of the 4 max lookers in this deck failed.
Yeah.
Uh, that's hilarious. But yeah, like Lugia is so strong. Like,
Oh yeah.
no one's really talking about Lugia either, which I'm kind of surprised about because if you have a Fighting Fury belt on it, it has 180 hit points.
Yeah.
And it hits EXs for 130 at that point.
Right. Yeah.
So, well, it has 160 hit points, but
Right.
because of its ability, it effectively has 180.
Yeah, yeah. And then against fighting type decks like this, it's reducing 40.
Yeah, like it's really good actually.
Yeah.
against EX decks.
Right.
Against stuff like Night March, 3 energy to knock out stuff isn't very good,
not
but
the best, but
against EXs, man, it is such a good card that no one's really, I think, discussing at this point.
yeah.
So here you got a Sycamore. Man, it's gotta be nice to be able to draw cards.
Yeah.
This level ball seems good. Yeah, you're kind of setting up pretty much how you want to so far.
Yeah.
If you can get an attack off this turn, that'd be really good too. Like maybe like a DCE on Zoroark or something. I don't know. Okay, Ultra Ball. We see the double Bronzong come out, or maybe a Lugia potentially.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess just double Bronzong.
Seems good to me. Yeah, because you can actually attack with Genesect here, if I'm not mistaken, because I believe you have 2 metals in the discard already.
Yeah, I definitely do. There we go.
And have you attached for turn as well? That's the other thing I'm wondering about. Because if you can attach and then Fury Belt or Muscle Band, that'd be so strong.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we just see the stand in and retreat into Genesect. And probably just hit us for 100 if I had to guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I feel like it's not that great to discard all of your energy unless you're going to take a knockout.
Right.
So that seems cool. A cute play that you could have done potentially is like do the 160 and then next turn accelerate 2 energies on the Shaman and Sky Return them for the knockout.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of a cute play. I don't know if it'd be worth it or not.
Right.
Here I'm just like, man, what do I do? So Escape Rope, I think it's really good to get, just because this Zygarde is definitely in danger of being knocked out. And we have the Carbink Break, and we have a Sycamore, so we will finally be able to draw some cards, thankfully.
There we go.
Okay, so, and our 4th Max Elixir finally hits an energy. So, that's really unlucky, because we play like 8 basic energy in this deck. It's not like a lot, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's enough to hit. I usually say 2 to 3 Max Elixirs.
Right. You know, I mean, I guess to be fair, like, you didn't really get through your deck much because you didn't play a draw supporter, so...
Yeah.
But, still. Out of 4?
Yeah. That happens some games, though.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? So here with the Fighting Fury Belt on Genesect. That's really big because it'll prevent Zygarde from taking, a one-hit knockout with Power Memory. Power Memory is the new tool card that Zygarde EX has. It's basically like the old G booster from the old Genesect EX. It takes 3 energies and it does 200 damage. But you have to discard the energies. So, and you probably heard us talking a little bit about Genesect, the new Genesect EX. Its attack is kind of similar in a way. It does 100 base damage, but if you want, you can discard as many metal energies as you want from him, and it does, was it 20 more for everyone you discard?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And right here, this is actually a really good Pokemon to kind of wall with for a couple turns. Because right now, all Marcus has powered up is that Genesect EX. And this Carbink has Safeguard, so EXs can't actually hit him.
Right.
And he has the Focus Sash, so Carbink will at least be around for another turn or 2.
Yeah.
But here, we didn't catch this at first, but
We fix it, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Carbink shouldn't have taken that damage because, like we said, it does have the Safeguard ability that
Yeah.
prevents the damage from EXs.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you sure we catch it?
Yeah, we do. We just catch it, like, I think coming into my, like, on my turn, I'm like, oh, wait, because
okay.
I'm, like, doing some sort of math, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but pretty sure we catch it on my turn.
Gotcha. Yeah, everyone focuses on the Carbink break so much
Yeah.
that you kind of forget how good the ability of the regular base Carbink is.
Right.
And here I'm slowly building up a Zygarde EX back there, and we had the power memory tool on it, so we
Yeah.
will be threatening a knockout. If we can just get like a Zerosic on that Fury Belt,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be really big. So here, setting up our Bronzor, that'll be good.
Yeah, I guess I'm assuming I'll lose one of my Bronzong soon.
Could be. I mean, it's never bad to have 3 Bronzong on the board at once. So, oh yeah, there we catch it. So,
Because I think I was thinking, like, oh, maybe I could one-shot this thing with Zoroark. Oh, wait, no. I wasn't supposed to do that damage.
yeah, he was trying to break the Focus Sash.
Yeah.
So here he's forced to just use Mind Jack to attack this Carbink break.
Mm-hmm.
So Mind Jack does 10 plus 30 more for every Pokemon on the defending player's bench.
Mm-hmm.
So it's doing 70. And here, I actually should be able... Well, no, we're 10 short of taking a knockout on this Zoroark. So here... I don't know why I'm debating attaching our energy to Carbink Break. That seems kind of bad.
Yeah.
I think I have a Versa Seeker. Oh no, it's Karina.
Yeah.
So here, if Regirock's in the deck, that would be the one to get. Yeah. So there's Regirock, because that'll boost Carbink Break's attack up to 50. And then for weakness, it does knock out Zoroark. So what's the item we get here? Ooh, yeah, that's right, Battle Compressor.
Yeah.
And this way we can put 2 Strongs in the discard and then accelerate them back with Carbink Break. So for you guys who aren't familiar with Carbink Break yet, it has the attack, I think it's Diamond Gift, it does 20 damage, but then you get 2 energy cards out of your deck, special or otherwise, and you attach them to one of your one of your fighting Pokemon. So here, the Regirock has an ability that boosts the fighting Pokemon's damage by 10. So with that and Strong Energy, that got us the knockout on the Zoroark. And now we have a fully powered Zygarde EX out of the which is pretty great.
Yeah.
So here, what do you do? Like,
I don't know.
you can't really attack it with Genesect, but...
Carbink is messing with me, man. Like, I kind of didn't really think too much of it until this game. Like, it accelerates energy, it stops EXs. It just took a knockout and put 2 strong on a benched Zygarde, so
yeah.
definitely seemed good.
Yeah, definitely so. Like, we haven't had Safeguard in the standard format in a while, so I've almost kind of forgotten how good it is.
Yeah.
So, Versi for Sycamore. And man, you're going through your deck like crazy. So here, he did find the Lugia and the Fury Belt. That's really good.
Yeah.
So, Double Color was coming down.
I can't remember if I have any metal in, but that'd be nice.
Well, yeah, you just discarded like 3 with that Sycamore.
Oh, nice. There we go. Cool.
So, you know, I'd almost consider taking the knockout with a Bronzong. That way,
yeah,
you can get a fresh hit on a Zygarde the following turn.
Right.
So Ultra Ball. I guess you're just checking what's left in the deck or something. Oh, Zorua. Okay. Oh yeah, because you Sacred Ash right before you Sycamore.
Yeah.
So Get to Metalix 3 times. That's awesome. Okay.
Bronzong.
So yeah, I definitely like this play. And you're doing it on the already damaged one because it's whichever one you promote is going to get knocked out. So
right.
You may as well give up the one that's going to die anyways. So here I'm just debating really what to do. Ooh, Focus Ash. That's actually a really big top deck.
Yeah.
Because Genesect is threatening a knockout the following turn.
Right.
And Xerosic, the Fury Belt, that's perfect because whenever Genesect does come up, we will be able to one-shot it with the Zygarde EX that has the power memory attached to it. Let's see. So, I guess what do you attack with here? With Lugia or Zoroark? I feel like those are your two options, really.
Yeah, I like Lugia, but I don't know.
Because, well, Zoroark would do 30, 60, 90, 100. I don't know. I don't know if it matters too much either way.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to two-shot him regardless.
Right. Lugia does 130 and then can survive a hit, so...
Yeah. Well, you're kind of forcing me to either do 200 damage to Lugia
yeah.
or two-shot it. Yeah, fighting Fury Bell Lugia is no joke. Like, honestly, I thought the break for Lugia was a pretty decent card.
Yeah.
But then I remembered, oh wait, fighting Fury Belted regular Lugia sounds better to me.
Yeah.
So N. And I think you only had one card left in your hand.
Something like that.
Yeah, here I was like, okay, I can actually just deck him out if I N him down. Because it would force him to draw extra cards.
Yeah.
So I can retreat and knock out this Lugia, but I don't know if I really need to either way. Just because I don't know if Marcus has a way to really shuffle back in cards into his deck at this point. So here we just see an attack with was that Zygarde EX's last attack? I think it's called Land's Pulse or something like that, or like, what is it? I forget.
Something like lands. I think I remember the word lands being in it.
Maybe we're just used to Landorus EX still.
Could be.
I don't know. But yeah, as you can see there, that end kind of forced Marcus to draw the rest of his deck and kind of decked him out.
Yeah.
If you didn't deck out, I'm really not sure how that game would have gone because you were about to, knock out that Zygarde, and I believe we would have been either prize or tied on prizes, or you would have been ahead the following turn. So
yeah,
I don't know. So, but yeah, I know Zygarde's like a really hype deck, but you can see like, I guess this metal toolbox type of idea, it can trade really well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we said, Genesect EX can take like the big one-hit knockouts by discarding all its energy. Yeah. And Lugia, like I said, I think it's a super underrated attacker right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think our thought process for this like metal deck was like you can kind of tweak the counts of these attackers based on how the meta shapes up to be. And I know Zygarde is very hyped right now, so yeah. Going forward, we might even up the count of Lugia as well. Who knows? So here, opening with that compressor. Again, that's always good. And starting with the Carbink, that's gotta be fun for you, right?
Frustrating.
Because Zoroark really doesn't knock it out in most cases. Because this isn't the version of Zygarde that requires several Regirocks.
Right.
So it never really has a big bench. You have like one or two Zygardes and a Regirock.
Yeah.
I think that's normally the average board state. So if I remember right, I think my hand was like trash. I could be wrong. Like I know I have some trainer's mails, but I remember I didn't have anything particularly good other than that
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just grabbing the Burst Seeker for the following turn. Let's see if you can get a Bronzor down. That's like really the only other thing you really need this turn.
Mm-hmm. Definitely need one. At least one.
Yeah, it's manually powering up Genesect EX is not a good option.
Yeah. Drive change.
Yeah,
Throw down that Fury Belt.
Yeah, so what Mark's just did, he's not cheating over there. Genesect has a cool new ability where basically you can return whatever tool is attached to him back to your hand. So it's really handy, especially because you can play a split of Muscle Band and Fighting Fury Belt.
Yeah.
And depending on the matchup that you're going against, you can, alternate the tool that you want. Or if you have a Float Stone in hand early game that you don't want to Sycamore, you can attach it to Genesect. Mm-hmm. Then after you Sycamore, you can just return it right to your hand, attach it to something else.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool ability. Okay. So what am I gonna get here? I guess Max Elixir. I'm really hoping to hit like a Karina or a Sycamore, but because I think the only supporter we have, like I said, is that Zerosic in hand currently. And just a Fighting Stadium there. So that's not what you want to see.
Yeah.
So I'm debating about if I even want to bench it. Because I don't really think Carbink is, being threatened for a knockout. Mm-hmm. Because there's no way for you to get 2 Bronzongs on the field next turn.
Right.
And Zorak can't knock it out because I have no bench Pokemon.
Yeah.
So here you see a Zerosic on his DCE and pass. And here, I had no idea what the right thing to do there was. Like, which thing to Zerosic away.
Yeah.
Any of them seem like good targets.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in hindsight, the Float Stone would have been better? I don't know.
Yeah, potentially that. Maybe the Fury Belt, too. I don't know.
That's kind of
tough, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, well, I want to get rid of all of them. They all kind of screw me over, so.
Yeah.
Sure you don't want to play that end, man?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That'd be good.
Muscle Banded a Bronzor so you can draw more cards.
Well, luckily you have Zorua on the board, so you'll be able to stand in and retreat and stuff anyways. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, probably just see a Sycamore. That seems good to me. Here, Mark's had to get rid of, I think, a Target Whistle and another Shaman. Which seems good, because you really don't want 2 Shaman on the board. Because, at least 2 of your spots have to be Bronzongs. 1 is Zorak for free retreat, so having more than 1 Shaman on the board really clogs up your bench space.
Yeah.
So here, I'm guessing we're going to see a Bronzong finally hit the board.
Be nice.
Start powering up that Genesect or maybe even Lugia if you have a DCE in hand. That way you'll... Yeah, Lugia actually kind of seems good to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have the DCE, but that's okay. It's still good to power up Lugia just because, Carbink has Safeguard. You're going to need a way to do damage to it going forward.
Right.
Yeah, and I like this too, putting up the Shaman, because I really don't have a way I can knock that out in 1 turn. Mm-hmm. Well, I can, I would just require a large combination of cards.
Yeah.
That's not likely to happen since, my hand's dead. So, Max Elixir, just to thin out the deck, we really don't We're probably not going to need 2 Carbinks attacking over the course of a whole game, but
Yeah.
we really just need to thin out the deck and try to be able to draw into a draw supporter on the next couple turns.
Right.
So here we have Verse Seeker, so we can Xerosic again. Again, there's a lot of things on the field we want to get rid of. I'm just trying to think of what, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the muscle band off that Bronzong.
Yeah, man. But I think maybe the Fury Belt, because I feel like we're going to have to... You know, Genesect is going to be up in the active at some point.
Right.
So we may as well get that off of it and prepare for when we are going to have to use Power Memory to knock it out.
Right.
Either that or the Floatstone, the Zorua.
Yeah. Maybe one thing I should have thought of was maybe I should have like drive changed and picked the Fury Belt back up. Like, but at the same time, I didn't. Maybe I was thinking of not getting End or something. I don't know. But since you had the Xerosic in your discard, I maybe should have thought of picking it up and holding on to it like between turns or whatever. Like whenever it's your turn, putting it back down or something.
Sure.
Again. I don't know.
But maybe in hindsight, I think maybe the Floatstone on the Zoroark, because this is both your Floatstones in play.
Yeah.
I knew you had another Fury Belt to potentially throw down, but if we got rid of a Floatstone, there would be no more.
Right.
So I don't know. I think both are good choices, but
yeah.
So here we'll probably just see 60 come down onto that Carbink, if I had to guess. And you... Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you were Metal Instinct twice. I was like, wait, you only had one Bronzong on the field.
Yeah.
And Marcus does this this play again, Sky Return. I think we were just talking about that, like, oh, wait, yeah, we forgot about that. So I'll let Marcus take that back and just use Lugia's attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so we finally hit a Sycamore, so we are still in this game.
Yeah.
So we got the Fighting Stadium to bump his Reverse Valley. And we're going to get an N. And Marcus will almost end himself.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to bait you, Marcus.
Yeah. It's all good.
Not in a test game, at least. Come on.
Right.
Maybe at States or something might try to scam you like that.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But, yeah, I got a draw supporter, but really nothing to work with. That's the downside to it.
Mm-hmm.
But our whole hand is basically supporters, so we will be able to do stuff next turn at least. So I really need to hit a Zygarde. And ideally maybe a Carbink Break. So maybe we can get like Zygarde and Ultra Ball for the Carbink Break to start accelerating some energy back down onto our Zygarde EX.
Yeah.
So that seems good. Either that or maybe like a Focus Sash. I don't. Nah, because Lugia has to two-shot your Carbinks or my Carbinks anyways. So I think the Ultra Ball plays right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So here, get rid of probably an energy of some sort, probably a strong, and an N seems fine because I think we have another supporter in hand. So it's weird discarding special energies.
Yeah.
Like so used to discarding things like metals and stuff,
Right.
to re-accelerate, but it's weird we have a card that accelerates special energies.
Yeah.
So here I'm debating if I want a max elixir, but I'm just like, well, after I use Carbink's attack, it'll already have enough energy on it, so I opted just to save it, maybe to power up another attacker later. So, unfortunately, it didn't do any damage to Lugia just because it is resistant, but at least we did get to power up a Zygarde finally.
Yeah.
And my Carbink brick still can't be one-shotted, which is really handy. So maybe just start seeing Metal Links on your part to power up like Genesect, if I had to guess. Or it's a shame you don't have more bench space. Aegislash would be really good here too.
Yeah.
Ooh, and he has the Lysander. Ooh, and look at that cute play. He picks up the Fury Belt off his Genesect to put on the Lugia. That's really good. I like that. And, you know, that seems like it's really bad, but I have Versus Seeker in hand, Karina. I can just grab another Zygarde, and normally you hate to, you know, manually retreat and discard 3 energy, but it's not even bad because Carbink is on the field. We'd actually prefer to manually retreat. That way we can power up a fresh Zygarde.
Right.
So Carbink Break is just so good. It's crazy. So, yeah, seems good. And maybe grab a Focus Sash, potentially? It's hard to say. Or see him eyeing a Max Elixir as well. Or if we don't have a supporter for next turn, we could potentially grab Versus Seeker. Here I just can't make up my mind at all.
Yeah. Max Elixir doesn't seem bad.
Yeah.
So you can get another Zygarde powered up.
Well, we have one in hand already, but I think I just picked that one just to ensure that even if one fails, we'll be able to play another. That's pretty clutch on the last card of Max Elixir.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for you guys who aren't familiar with Max Elixir, it's a item card that lets you look at the top 6 cards of your deck and attach a basic energy to one of your benched basic Pokemon.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a dark patch in a way that works for any Pokemon.
Right.
So here I actually kind of like this play too. We attached Power Memory and just did 200 damage to Lugia just to get it off the field. Unfortunately, Zygarde will go down. But yeah, that shows how strong Lugia is. Like with a Fury Belt, that you have to do 200 damage just to get one prize. It's kind of insane. So here, you just have to do 60 to him, I believe. So that seems okay. So here we have Focus Sash, or I think it's an Ultra Ball that we can grab off the Trainer's Mail. Kind of like the Focus Sash though, because Genesect is kind of looming there, and you know, all he needs is like a couple Metal Links and a Lysander, and he can knock out this guy otherwise. So I definitely like that.
Yeah.
And okay, so we're actually going to end this time. We're not just going to bait you, Marcus. But luckily, Bronzong's actually, it's one of those decks that's really not affected that hard by end. Because like you're playing off the field most of the time.
Right.
So like even if, you know, you get end into a bad hand, you can still accelerate your energies and power up attackers.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we're just going to see a Diamond Gift. Start powering up that Genesect, not Genesect, Zygarde EX. If you can get Aegislash EX on the board, that would be really good too. Just because he will wall that Zygarde whenever he inevitably comes up. And I guess what do you really need at this point in the game, do you think, Marcus? To knock out Carbink?
Yeah. Like, pretty much.
So here we have Regirock. Just putting a fighting energy down onto it, just to anticipate maybe like a Lysander stall type of play or something. And it doesn't have a horrible attack either. It does 100 damage, so if we have to attack with it, it's not the worst thing. Only downside now is because we have this Focus Sash on Zygarde EX, we can't actually one-shot Genesect because we didn't leave the room to put down the power memory tool.
Yeah. So
the only way we can really knock out Genesect is with like 3 strong energies in a fighting stadium or 4 strong energies.
Right.
So it's kind of crazy. And here, luckily, since we did get the Regirock down, it will increase Carbink's attack to knock out the Zoroark for weakness.
Mm-hmm.
And we have an absurd amount of energy on this Zygarde right now. But, so here, you're Ultra Balling. I guess, what do you go for? Is it Aegislash?
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah, him.
Because I mean, you can see I'm preparing to swing hard with Zygarde.
Yeah.
So Aegislash seems like a really good choice there.
Mm-hmm.
Because Aegislash has, was it the Mighty Shield ability?
Yeah.
It basically prevents damage from Pokemon with special energies.
Yeah. There's another. I think you just attached another strong energy to him.
Yeah, so we have literally every strong energy in our deck on here. So we retreat, and then we're going to use Zygarde's 3rd attack. I think it's Land's Pulse. I could be wrong. The name is escaping me.
Yeah.
So with all 4 strong energies, it bumps it from 100 damage to 180, plus 10 from Regirock, and minus 10 from the stadium.
Yeah.
It does exactly enough. Because Reverse Valley reduces damage to your metal Pokemon by, was it 10? Right?
Yeah. So I guess we just double Metal Links, then give him a Bronzong.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like you have another energy to power up Aegislash.
Right.
We have a power memory on Regirock. It's kind of funny. So here we're grabbing another Zygarde. I don't know if we really even need another one, but
Yeah.
we're just gonna Shaman. And here we have Versus Seeker. So we'll grab another Shaman and take a knockout.
Yeah.
So guys, so that was the series. Kind of cool to see both of these big new EX cards in action.
Yeah.
I definitely think Zygarde is pretty powerful.
For sure.
Yeah. Like, granted, I don't think there is a definitive best list for Zygarde yet, but
Yeah.
even with the one that we're playing with, it's pretty clear that it's very strong against other EX decks. We haven't tested it yet against stuff like Night March to see how it fares,
Right.
but it's super good.
200 damage ain't too bad.
Yeah, so
So-
you have 4 attacks to choose from with that guy, really.
Yeah.
So, and then you have a Safeguarder in your deck too. So I don't know, it just seems really, really good.
Yeah.
And no one's really talking about Genesect EX or Lugia, but to be honest, I think they might be a little mistaken.
Yeah.
I think Lugia, especially if the format switches to being like a little bit Zygarde heavy,
Yeah.
I think he'll be really good. I know Alakazam,
sure.
that's another hyped card that Lugia would do well against him too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think I think that Bronzong deck has some potential because there's enough attackers in the format now. You can kind of tech out your attackers to kind of deal with whatever the format currently is. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I like both decks. And we are going to do some deck profiles. So, like I said, I'll be sure to put some links to those whenever they go live and be on the lookout for them in the meantime, too. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you watching this. Feel free to like and subscribe as normal, and we will see you guys for the next one, okay?